Harihi Om Kujantam Rama Rameti Madhuram Madhuraksharam Aruhya Kavita Shakam Vande Valmiki Kokilam Valmikir Munisimhasya Kavita Vanacharinaha Shrunvan Rama Kathanadam Konayati Parangatim Jayatati Balo Ramaha Lakshmanascha Mahabalaha Raja Jayati Sugrivo Raghavena Bipalitaha Dasoham Kosalendrasya Ramasya Aklishtakarmanaha Hanuman Shatru Sainyanam Niyanta Marutatmajaha na Ravana Sahasram me Yuddhe Pratibalam Bhavet Shila Vistu Prakharataha Padapaischa Sahasrashaha Ardhaitva Purim Lankam Abhivadya cha Mythilim Samurdharto Gamishyami Mishatam Sarvarakshasam Namostu Ramaya Salakshmanaya Devyai Chatasyai Janakatmajayai Namostu Rudrendra Yamanilebhyo Namostu Chandrarkamarudghanebhyaha Namassabhayai Hemante Pratame Masi Nandavraj Kumarikaha Cheruhu Avishyam Bhunjanaha Katyayani Archayan Vratam Aplupyam Bhasi Kalindhya Jalante Chodite Rune Kritva Pratikritim Devim Anachuruhu Nrupasaikatim Gandhaihi Malyaihi Surabhibihi Bhalibihi Dhupa Deepakaihi Uchchavachaischopaharaihi Pravala Palatandulaihi Masanam Margashirshoham Rutunam Kusumakaraha. ये मास तो पावन मास है मार्गशीर्षम हेमंते प्रथमे मासे नंदव्रज कुमारिका आफ्टर शरद काल waters are all flowing in a swachha, in a balanced way, and then in Vrajabhumi we also have one of our esteemed members and their family spending time in Vrajabhumi now. It's Paramapavana. So जितुबाई और उसकी पत्नी अभी तो ब्रज में वो मार्गशीर्ष में कृष्ण संश्लेष कर रहे हैं. सो इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इन दिस मंथ वी शुड हैव स्मरणम कथा श्रवणम कृष्ण की कथा श्रवणम नारायण की कथा श्रवणम. व्हाट डिड दे डू? चेरुहु अविश्यम भुंजानः कात्यायनी अर्चयन् व्रतम आप्लुभ्याम्बसी. सो दे टेक बाथ इन दी कालिंदी माने यमुना रिवर. So what is the bath? It is bhakhya samslesham. It is not thinking about taking bath and cleansing. It is bhakti rupapanna samslesham. These gopikas unite with Krishna with their bhakti bhava. Adhyatmik में कृष्ण से संबंध होता है. घर घर में, वीधि में, street में in India. Let us transcend ourselves to Vrajabhumi, Dwaraka, or in Mylapore and all these places in Tamil Nadu. Whether it is south or not, this month Margashirsha. Already it is a Ushat Kal. It is Brahma Muhurta in India. So people take time to do archan, to do puja, to pratam me gayan. They do gayan. So it is very important that we come as a goshti. Masanam Margashirshoham. So Krishna says in this month, in Skand mein, although Bhagavath it says, Sukar says that all the gopikas as a vyajam, as an excuse, they go to the Kalindi Nati That pe, Katyayani ko, with Mrityu se, it says Saikatim mane Mrityu se, they make the image of this Vishnu Devi, Vishnu Maya, and then pray. But in Skand mein Krishna spashta karte hai. In Margashirsha Mahatmyam, in the chapter on Margashirsha Mahatmyam, Krishna says, you need to pray me. I will give you everything you want. Iha para loka saukyam, I will give you. So it is very important that we come together. Bhakta jana vatsale yehi ho vitale. Bhakta jana vitale. Bhakta jana vatsale. Karuna kallole Pandurange Bhakta Jana Vatsale. In streets, particularly in Mylapore and West Mambalam in Madras, you see this Gana. At about 6 o'clock, people come as groups, sang aakar, they sing. What they sing? Bhakta Jana Vatsale Yehi ho. Say, hey people, hey come, let's sing about Bhakta Jana Vatsala. This is in Brindavani Rag. It's mind-melting Rag. Yehi ho Bhakta Jana Vatsale Namdev ki Abhang. He ho karuna kallole pandurange bhakta jana vatsale. So this is very auspicious time. We are going to sing the praise of Hari. He mante pratame masi nanda vraja kumarika cheruhu avishyam bunjana katyayani archayan vritam. So Ramakatha, whether it is Krishna Katha, Ramakatha, both are same. So how does it begin? Guru arte tyaktarajyaha vecharati anuvanam padma padbhyam priyayaha panisparshakshamabhyam mrijita padarujo yo harindranujabhyam vairupyat surpanakyaha priya vihara rushopita bhuvirjumbaha trastabdhirbadda setuhu kala davadahana kosalendro avatannaha Vyasa Vakya. So we are in the Ayodhya Kand. Ayodhya Kand is the second biggest Kand. So in Yuddha Kand mein 128 sarga, Ayodhya Kand just little less than that, 119 sarga. But the importance of Ayodhya Kanda is considered to be more important, and we are in that sarga. We are on the 5th day, although today is 51st week. 51st hour of pravachan of Sri Ramayan and Hindu Temple of Lubbock. But according to Lavakusha, this is their 5th day. And we will also go into the 6th day. 20 sargas they recite in the 6th day. We are coming to the end of the 5th day of recital of Gan, Rama Gan. Guru Varte Tyaktarajyaha Vyacharati Anuvanam Padma Padbyam Priyayaha Panisparsha Kshamabhyam Mrijita Patarujoho Yo Arindranujabhyam Vairupya. So the entire Ayodhya Kant, Vyasa begins Ramakatha in the Navamaskand mein, Dasama chapter. So in Bhagavatam mein, Navamaskand mein, 10वीं chapter में रामायण को एक ही श्लोक में व्यास जी रचना करता है. इसको beautiful. So I always take pride in reading Ayodhya Kanda. To me, that is the Kanda, Dharma Kanda. So what does, when you, so in 3 times, here it's only very rare that Vyasa does Namaskar, Sharanagati. He does Saranagati to Krishna, he does Saranagati to very few people. Whereas Vyasaji, when he talks about Rama, Purna Avatar, he prays 3 times Namaskara. Namaskara, he does Namaskara 3 times, and in one Namaskara it is Sharanagati. Uttermost Sharanagati to Ram. So what does he say? The entire Ayodhya Kanda he gives in one shloka. The beauty of it is when Sridhara does the Vyakhyana, he says the entire Ramayan is Dashakoti Vistirnam, Ghantakoti Bihi Akirnam Adbhutam Rama Vikramam. So why we are dwelling too much on Ayodhya Kanda? He says 1,000 crore Padhya is, that was Ramayan in Brahmalok. Then because we are in Kali, we will not be able to recite all. Valmiki, because of his Parama Karuna, gave Ramayan with 24,000 couplets. Anushtup make ya. But what Sridhara says, why Vyasa begins? Vyasa did not begin anything with Balakanta, although there is a way you could interpret Balakanta here too. But he says why he began with Ayodhya Kanda, because that's where Ramayan begins. Guru Varte Tyakta Rajyaha, that is what we are. We are on the 51st week, where we are going to labor on this. Guru Arte Tyakta Rajya, Rama is going to give, is going to do Tajyam to his Rajya, Guru Arte, because to keep Guru mane Pitha, Tata. Guru Arte Tyakta Rajya, Vyacharati Anuvanam Padma Padbyam Priyayaha, with his wife. That's what we are here. So Ramayan begins in Bhagavatam with this phrase. Same thing we are going to. So Sita Ma convinced Rama that he needs to take her with him towards Vana. Guru Varte Tyakta Rajyaha Vyacharat Anuvanam Padma Padbyam. Rama is Sukumara. So his feet is like Padma Padyam Priyayaha, along with his Priya. Panisparsha Akshama Abhyam. Rama was such a Sukumara that even if Sita Ma touches his feet, it becomes red. Panisparksha akshamabhyam. He cannot even tolerate the touch of Ma Sita. Can you believe this is Kavi Prasam? That means he's such a Sukumara, he is going to leave everything and then goes towards the Vana and spends 14 years because to keep the word of his father. Panisparksham akshamabhyam mrijita patha rujo yo harindra anujabhyam vairupya. Then the story comes. The entire thing, until taking away of Sita by Ravana, Vyasa ji makes it in one shloka. What does Sridhara says? Grantha kotibihi akirnam adbhutam Rama vikramam. Rama's parakrama is adbhutam. That is being described in 1000 Grantha kotibihi. Satakoti vistirnam. Valmiki himself says Satakoti vistirnam. So what is the beauty that Vyasa wrote the entire thing in one sloka? That is Ramayan. Adhyaya dvayato vakshan ekasloke samasyati. Sridhara Vyakhyana. The greatest Vyakhyana for Ramayana is Govinda Rajiyam, Bhushana Vyakhyana. Similarly, the greatest Vyakhyana for Bhagavatam is Sridharacharya. वो तो नरसिम्ह उपासक है. So, Granthakotibihi Akirnam Adbhutam Rama Vikramam Adhyayadvayato. Ramayana is condensed in two adhyaya. That's all. Navamaskanda mein 10 और 11. That's all it is. So, Adhyaya Dvayato Vakshan Ekasloke Samasyati. So, Vyasa prays. So, he says Rama gave up his kingdom because of to keep his father's word. How big he is. Namo Brahmanya Devaya Ramaya Akunta Medase Uttama Shloka Dhuryaya Nyasta Dandarpitangraya. Beautiful. So, he prays. So, Vyasa ji prays via Sukha. He says, Namo Brahmanya Devaya Ramaya Akunta Medase. Why we took this is Akunta Medase. He is Maha Medavi. How he navigates the situation. How he eventually says, yes, Sita, I didn't want to leave you, but I wanted to know your opinion as a good bharta. So that is Vyasa says, Namo Brahmanya Devaya Ramaya Akunta Medase Uttama Shloka Dhuryaya Nyasta Dandarpitang. Nyasta Dandamane Sannyasi. Dandamane, Nyasta Dandamane अहिंसा वालों, अहिंसा प्रैक्टिस करने वालों तो सन्यासी लोग हैं. उत्तम श्लोक धुर्याय न्यस्त दंडार्पितांग्रय यस्यामलम नृप सदस्सु यशोधुनापि गायन्ति अघग्नन् मृषयो दिगिभेन्द्रपट्टम तम नाकपाल वसुपाल किरीट जुष्ट पादाम्बुजम रघुपतिम शरणम प्रपद्ये. Vyas does Sharanagati to Rama. This is a kavya on Krishna, but why would Vyasa do Sharanagati? Because Sridhara says, what was the reason for Vyasa to labor? He only did 2 adhyay on Ramakatha, but still he makes total surrender to Rama. Why he did it? Because he is the one who helped us to cross the Bhavasakaram, which he showed by building the Setu Bankar. उन्होंने हमको he made us feel that this man is a Maryada Purusha, Nadayil Nindru Uyar Nayakan. He shows what Dharma preaches, and that's what he did by building the Setu, Ram Setu. He says, Padambujam Raghupatim Sharanam Prapadye Yasya Amalam Nripasadassu Yasho Adhunapi. Even today, Sadas, even in Goshti like this, we are singing the praise. Yasya amalam nripa sadassu yashaha adunapi. Even in modern days, Vyasa predicts, even in modern days, you are going to once in Hindu Temple of Lubbock on December 22nd. There will be few bunch of people, including some newcomers, that we will sing the praise of Rama in the month of Margashirsha. Yasya malam nripa sadassu yashaha adunapi gayanti aghagnan mrishayo digibhendra pattam. Why? Because Rama alagalalala tagagana aranmuni edu pongano. He comes like a walking mattamadangagamanam. Valmiki himself says, Mattamadanga Gamanam, which Vyasa interprets, says, Digibhendra Pattam, Dig Iba Indra Pattam, Iba mane elephant. Dig Iba Indra Pattam, Tam Nakapala Vasupala, Kirita Jushtam, Nakapala mane Indra. Indra prays before Rama, Vasupala, Kubendra prays before Rama. Padambujam Raghupatim Sharanam Prapadye Purusho Ramacharitam Sravanai Upadharayan. Why we have to listen to Rama? Vyasa finishes Rama katha Purushaha Ramacharitam Sravanaihi Upadharayan. If you have taken to listen, Upadharayan is Sravanaihi Ramacharitam. Andrushamsya Paro Rajan. You become soft in heart. Andrushamsya mane kindness. You become cool in the heart. Andrushamsya Paro Rajan Karma Bandai Vimuchyate. You will be able to cross the Bhavasagaram. Andrushamsya Paraha Rajan E Parikshiti Rajan Sukha Vakyam. Why I took is in Margashirsha you have to listen to Sukha. That is the reason we spent some time on this. Purusho Ramacharitam Sravanaihi Upadharayan Andrushamsya Paro Rajan Karma Bandaihi Vimuchyate. Also, you should see the poetry of Valmiki and Vyasa. Vyasa Likhitam is not that easy. It's like tough nut to crack. Whereas when we recite the Anushtup of Valmiki, he is the Margadarshi Maharshi, Kalidas Vakya. Margashirsha Maharshi, because it is mellifluous flow, easy flow. Purusha Ramacharitam Sravanaihi Upadharayan Andrushamsya Paro Rajan Karma Bandaihi Vimuchyate. Namo Brahmanya Devaya Ramaya Kuntamedase Uttama Shloka Duryaya. Why we call him as Uttama Shloka? Because he lived what Dharma preaches. You should both listen to Rama. Rama very rarely spoke. He gives some advice to Bharata, that is Rama Gita. We will see when we go to that Sarga. But Krishna spoke, but don't follow Krishna. Listen to what he spoke, but follow Rama. So, Namo Brahmanya Devaya Ramaya Kunta Medase Uttama Shloka Duryaya. He is a great person. Uttama Shloka Duryaya. Uttama Shloka Dhuryaya Nyastadandar Pitangraye Tam Parishvajya Bahubhyam Visajnyam. You see the contracts. This is Anushtup for Valmiki. Tam Parishvajya Bahubhyam Visajnyam Iva Dhukkitam Uvacha Vachanam Rama Pariviswasamsya Tadha Tam Parishvajya. So Mata convinced. Then she is adamant that she will go to the Vana with Rama, so she fell on the shoulder of Rama. Tam Parishvajya Bahubhyam Visajnyam. She lost her sense. So he is going to be a good Bharata. So he makes her get the senses. Tam Parishvajya Gadam Nibidya. Tam Parishvajya Bahubhyam Visajnyam. She lost her sense. Iva Dhukkitam Uvacha Vachanam Rama Pariviswam Viswasam Setada. He gives confidence to her wife. Na Devi Tava Dhukkena Swargam Api Abirochate Mridubhashi Mithabhashi. Rama is Mritubhashi, Mithabhashi, Purvabhashi. Look how he convinces and how he converses. He says he is known to navigate. He is known to navigate, a great diplomat. Na Devi Tava Dhukkena. Hey Sita, if you are suffering, to me, even Swarga doesn't matter. I don't care about Swarga. Na Devi Tava Dhukkena Swargam Api Abirochaye Nahi Me Asti Bhayam. But you said that I am afraid to be in the Vana, and also I am afraid to take you with me. Not that the case. I did this because to know what you feel. Nahi Me Asti Bhayam Kinchiti Swayambho Iva Sarvataha. But I am like Swayambhu. Who is Swayambhu? He is the Parama Narayana. Narayana. Everything is Narayana. He is Narayana Swarupam. Sasivasendra Soksharav Paramaswarat. Sahasradirisham Devam Viswaksham Viswasambhuvam Vishwam Narayana. Ved Vakya says Vishwam Narayana Vishu Vyapti iti Vishnuhu Narana Mayanaha Yasya Saha iti Bahuvrihi Narana Mayanaha Yasya Saha iti Nara. He is the refuge of all the sentient and insentient. Narana Mane sentient, insentient. All these material, immaterial, everything rests in him. Narana Mayanaha Yasya Saha iti Narayanaha. Vahi Swayambhu Tava Sarvam. I am like that Swayambhu. I am the man who has the valor. Vishnu, Vyapti Purusha, ever pervading, omnipresent, omnipotent. So that is Vishnu. Na Devi Tava Dhukkena Swargam Api Abirochaye Nahi Me Asti Bhayam Kinchiti Swayambho Iva Sarvataha. So again Valmiki's effort is to portray Rama is a aham manusham manye Ramam Dasaratatmajam. But no matter how he makes conscious effort to say Rama is a Manushya, because he is a Devata, so it already comes. So he says, Swayambhoho iva sarvata tava sarvam abhiprayam avijnaya shubhanane. A beautiful lady with beautiful face. Because why Valmiki says? Because she was crying. Sita was crying. She lost sense. Then he consoles her by giving confidence. Hey, shubhanane. Tava sarvam abhiprayam avijnaya. I want to know your feeling. What do you think? That is the way people lived in those days. So they say Sanatana Dharma ko Sri ko itna mahatva nahi. Sanatana Dharma mein Sri ko itna mahatva. Without Sri, without Patni, you can't even do Pitrikarya. Shraddha you cannot go. You cannot do Parvana Shraddha. You cannot do Shraddha with Agni. So if somebody wife passes away, then entirely he can't do the Shraddha with Agni. He can only do Hiranya Shraddha. You bring somebody and give some Swarna, and that finishes the Shraddha. So that the Dharma gives such a respect to this Sri. So he says, Tava sarvam abhiprayam avijnaya shubhanane vasam narochaye aranye shaktiman abhirakshane. Even though I am a powerful man, without you, I did not want to go to Vana. Yat srishtasi maya sardam vanavasaya Mythili navihatum maya shaktya kirti. It's like fame always attached to a human being. Like fame cannot be separate, similarly disfame can also be separated. Likewise, I cannot be separated from Maya Sardam. With Sardam mane Ardhangini. Yat Sisra Asi Maya Sardam Vanavasaya Mythili. Such a beautiful, hey Mythili, hey Mithiladipati Putri, hey Mythili, na vihatum maya shaktya. I cannot be separated from you, like the fame that cannot be separated from a human being. Like Arunbhai Patel cannot be separated from that man Arunbhai. Let's not go into Advaita. So there is, if you say Arunbhai should have a Shrupam. Likewise, Yata Atmavata Kirtihi Atmavata Yata Kirtihi. Name cannot be separated from that person. Ranjani mane Ranjan. Mili mane Mili. Mili cannot be separated from that particular stature. So likewise, Kirtihi Atmavata Yata Dharmatu Gajana. So Guru Sadbihi. Then he says, Guru Nasa Sadbihi. A lady with such a strong ties like the Gaja's trunk. Why Valmiki says? Because he gave confidence to Sita. Immediately she became a strong woman. Dharmatu Gaja Nasa Guru Sadbihi Acharitav Puratam Cha Aham Anuvarte Adhyayata Suryam Suvarchala. We will be like Surya and Suvarchala. We will be like Arundhati and Vasishta. Likewise, Tam Cha Aham Anuvarte Adhyayata. We will always live Anuvarte. We will live our life like Surya and Suvarchala. Na Kalu Aham Na Gacheyam Vanam Janakanandini. Kalu. Definitely I will not go to Vana without you. Na Kalu. Double negative. Na Kalu Aham Na Gacheyam Vanam Janakanand Mythili. Janakanandini. Look how he is pacifying Sita. Because he was harsh to her. So, Parive Iganda Manattu Oru Patriladu Oru Vigindranai Udi Arukanum Yeriyum Yenbadu Yandayadu Yindanin Piriven Sudumo. She was burning with that tapa. So, Kamban says in Tamil, even in that, when the world is going to come to an end, in that time, the Agni comes. The separation, the word Rama, you said that you are going to forest without me, is worse than that Kala Agni. Yeriyum yenbadu yandayadu yindinin pirivinum sudumo. Will that Agni, when the Yuga is going to end, when this Kalpa, more than Yuga, it's Kalpa. When this Kalpa is going to end, there is going to be that Pavaka Agni. That Agni is nothing compared to that Tapa Agni I am going through when you said you are going to leave me and go to forest. Pirivinum Sudumo Perungadi Endral. So that is Ramayana. That kind of a Anapayini, Nitya Anapayini. Raghavat Abhavati Sita, Rukmini, Krishna Janmani. So when Rama comes, it will be Sita. When Krishna comes, it is Rukmini, Krishna Janmani. Na Kalu Aham Nagacheyam Vanam Janakanandini Vanam tu nayati mam pituhu satyopabrimhitam. Pituhu satyopabrimhitam, to make my father Guru arte tyakta rajyo vacharat anuvadam Vyasa Vakya. So eka kantaha, whether it is Valmiki, Vyasa or Gautama or Agastya, they are all eka kantaha. Whatever each rishi says, other rishi says, perhaps they may interpret differently. So the same thing, vanam tu nayati mam pituhu satya upabrimhitam. Satya upabrimhitam Guru varte tyakta rajye Vyasa Vakya. Yesha dharmattu susroni pituhu matu cha vashyata ataha cha agnyam vyatikramya naham jiviti mutsahe. By crossing the words of my father, by crossing the words of the Guru, by crossing the words of Mata, even Swarga is narochate. Yesha dharma, this is dharma. In one place he says, obeying the father's word is much more than satya. Can that be said? Dharmakut, if you look at it, that satya mane, if you are able to obey the words of a Satyasandh. Dasaratha was Satyasandh, no matter whatever it is. Vyasa himself says in next shloka, in the Navamaskandha mein, Jasvi, its fourth sloka is Guru Varte Tyakta Rajya. It should be the fifth sloka. In the fifth sloka, he says, this Dasaratha was held by the Pasha, by the bandhan of a Kama, but even then he was Satya Sandhi. So that is Guru Varte. So if you are listening to your father who abides by Satya, even your own practice of Satya is secondary. So Yesha Dharmatu Shushrone, the lady who always listens and goes by Dharma, Shravayati. Iti Shushruni. Shushtu Shravayati. Shushtu mane good. Shravayati. Always listening. If you listen to good deed, you practice. So, Yesha Dharmattu Shushroni Pituhu Matu Cha Vashyata Ataha Cha Agyam Vyatikramya Naham Jivitumutsuhe. Aswadhinam katam devam prakaraihi abhiradhyate swadhinam samatikramya mataram pitaram gurum. Swadhinam samatikramya. Witness. We are witnessing living gods as mother and father and guru. So how can I ullangan karke, uski baat ko ullangan karke pratyaksha devata. Swadhinam mane pratyaksha devata. They are living gods. Nadamadum devam. Mata, Pita are the living god. Pratyaksha devata. How can I pass their words? So in that case, even the God which I cannot see, aswadhinam. Aswadhinam means we have no control of God. We cannot see the God. We can only do Atma Anubhava. So how can I take that there is a God if I am not following the words of my Pratyaksha Devata? Swadhinam Samatikramya Mataram Pitaram Gurum. So Rama gives that much importance to Satyasandhi Mata, Satyasandhi Pita, Satyasandhi Guru. So Guru, living parents are much more important. That you see in Dasaratha's life. Right? So you see that. So, Yatrayam Tatrayo Lokaha Pavitram Tatsamam Bhuvi. In all the three lokas, that loka, Suvara loka, Bhuvi loka, Patal lok mein, you put them all together, all three lokas, nothing will compare to ek word of father and mother. Yatrayam tatrayo lokaha pavitram tatsamam bhuvi na anyadasti. There is nothing equal to the Satyasandha Vakya of a father, Satyasandha Vakya of a mother, Satyasandha Vakya. Hey Shubhange, what are all the adjectives? Janakanandini, Mythili, Shushrone, Shubhange, a lady with all beautiful aspects, because she is going to practice dharma. So she is Shubhange, te nedam abhiradyate. So te nedam abhiradyate, that is the one abhiradyate. We have to practice the dharma to listen to the father in those days, because Dasaratha was a Satyasandha. I don't question that should I follow a father who is not following dharma, who is always drinking and sleeping. No, that you should take. That's a caveat, that who is following the dharma. Na satyam dhana manava, na yajna aptha dakshina, na satyam. That's what I said. Rama says, even satya, the practice, self-practice of satya, by ullangan karne, by ullangan karke, ma pita vaak ko ullangan karke, satyavadi pita vachan ko ullangan karke, sandhya vandane, agni santane, veda paate, kuch bhi nahi. That is what satya. Na satyam dhana manav dhanam, big dhana, which we will see. One whole sarga Valmiki talks about dhana. What kind of dhana Rama gave? There is again a trivia. What is the Ved to which Rama belongs to? Valmiki puts that. Here and there, if you read Valmiki Ramayan like this is trivia. How many strokes spokes and spikes this chhatri of Valmiki has Dasha Shalakena. And then Shatrunjayan. What is the name of the elephant of Ram? That was gifted by his uncle. Valmiki says all that. So, na satyam dhana manaudana. So, one sarga he dedicates. What are all the gifts Rama gave and to whom he gave? There is a reference, like Vyasa talks about the different shaka of Veda. Valmiki says, give it to Katak, Apistala, Maitrayani, Taitriya, Madhyandini, Kanvaha, Pippalada. He gives all the reference to. There were 1,143 shakas of Veda. Now there are only 12 left. In fact, Gujaratis have to be given praise. That's where Atharva Veda, there was only one Pandit who could have the Kantastha of Atharva Veda in the 1960s. Nobody in India had Atharva, Pippalada Shaka. So now, through him, in North India, Veda has come down. It's only in South India, Veda is Kantastha. North India, you see, Likita Patakaha Adhamaha. For us, I cannot see the book and recite Veda. I cannot. It is a pap for me. Whereas in North India they do, because it's all Mughal invasion and all the things, so things went away. At least they are able to recite. In South India you cannot. Kantastha karna hai. Tatha likita patakaha adhama. Shigri shirak kanti tatha likita patakaha dhamaha. Shigri, you could not rush. And then you cannot talk shigri. Tatha likita pataka shirak kampi. You should not keep like this and all that. No mannerism. Which Valmiki also says that. If we have time, we will see that. So, why did I say? Since that when he talks about giving dana, Valmiki makes a point to whom he gave. He says that my mother is protected by a Brahman who is a Taitriya Shaka Pandit. So, because Rama is a Taitriya Shaka Pandit, because I belong to Vasishta Gotra. Vasishta, Maitravarana, Kaundanya, Triya, Rishe. Rama's Gotra is Vasishta Gotra, because Kshatriyas used to take the name of the Guru. So what is the Guru's Gotra? Vasita, Maitravarana, Kaundanya, beautiful. And I recite Taitriya Krishna Yajurved. That is perfect. See, Valmiki. So this did not change in India. That is Sanatana Dharma. Mera Gotra to Vasishta Gotra. Mera Purvaj to Vasishta. Vasishta only recited Krishna Yajurved, which Valmiki makes a reference. And Mera Gotra to Kaundanya Gotra. Vasishta, Maitravarana, Kaundanya. So Kaundanya Gotra to Krishna Yajurved. Till today that is being practiced. That is the thread. That is Satya. Anyway, na Satyam Dhana Manavana Yajñascha Apta Dakshina. Appropriate Dakshina. You should give Patiram in the picture. Appropriate Dakshina. Tatha Balakaraha Sitaye Yatha Seva Piturmata. So, Seva. The seva to Pituhu Mata is important. Swargo, Dhanam va, Dhanyam va, Vidya Putra, Sukanicha, Guruhu, Vritya Anurodhena, Na Kinchiti, Api Durlabam. If you virodena, if you go against your Satyavadi Pita, everything is useless. You won't get Swargaha, Dhanam va, Dhanyam va, Vidya Putra, Sukanicha, Guru Vritya Anurod. Nirod, Anurodena na kinchiti api durlabam devagandharva lokani brahma lokani tataparani prapnuvanti mahatmana mata pitru parayana. They will get all this. Devaloka, Pitruloka, Brahmaloka, everything is within Astha Amalaka Iva. You will get everything, but make sure you respect your father. Samam Pita Yata Shasti Satya Dharma. Then he gives a caveat. So next sloka itself. So these rishis are super people. Mantradrashtaraha iti rishi. Valmiki is both rishi, or he is also mananashilaha iti muni. Mantradrashtaraha iti rishi. Ashavakyam satyam. Even if it doesn't follow Paniniyam, sometimes it will do. Even the first sloka of Bhagavatam itself is, if you look at Paniniyam, Ashtadhyayi, there is Ullangan hai. But still, because it's Arshavakya, there is no question on Arthavakya. Right. See, namam pita yata shasti satya dharma pate stitaha tata vartitum ichchami sahi dharma sanatanam. Krishna hi eva sanatanam sahi dharma sanatanam. Living according to the words of Satyavati. That's what I said. Dharme pate stitaha. Who is enshrined in dharma. Dasharatha was enshrined in dharma. Pita yata shasti. Shasti mane order. So, Satya Dharma Pate Stitaha Tata Vartitum Ichchami Sahi Dharma Sanatana Mama Sannamatihi Site Tvam Netu Dandakavanam. Because I was depressed before, Sannamati, perplexed Mati. Mama Sannamati Site. I was perplexed before, now I knew what you wanted. You wanted to come with me. So I am going to take you, don't worry. Mama Sannamati Site Tvam Netum Dandakavanam. Vasishya miti satvam tvam sa. I will live with you. Mam anuyatum sunischita. It is certain that you will be following me, or we will be going together. Vasishya miti satvam mam anuyatum sunischita sahi dishta anavadangi. Anavadangi means beautiful lady with no problem. Vanaya madhirekshe, beautiful eyes, Madrakshane, intoxicating eyes. So look how much he is pleasing her. That is how you should be. Antaranga mein aisa hona chahiye, not in the open. Sahi drishta anavadhangi vanaya Madrakshane anugacha swamam bhiru mana ye beautiful timid mild lady ye bhiru sahadharmachari baba tava sahadharmachari tava. Where did you ring? Does it ring a bell? That is Janaka. Yam Sita Mama Suta Sakadharma Charitava Pratita Chainam Badram Te Panim Grinishwapanina. The same word Janaka uses. So he brings it. You are going to live according to the words of your father. You are going to follow and help me carry out Dharma. Sakadharma Charitava Sahidishta Anavadangi Vanaya Madhirekshane Anugachaswamam Biru Sakadharma Charibhava. Let you live according to the blessings. Asha. Your father's asha, you will be living. Sarvata sadrisham site mama swasya kula. That's what my father and my mother and all my stepmothers did. Sarvata sadrisham site mama swasya kulasya cha mama. Or your kula, both your kula, your father and my father and your mother, my mother, all my stepmothers have all lived according to Dharma. Sarvata sadrisham site mama swasya kulasya cha vyavasayam anukranta. That is our way of living. Vyavasayam way of living. Anukranta kante. You should take notes on what all the beautiful adjectives Valmiki uses for he kante, he site, he biru, he madrakshane, he anavadangi. So Vyasa vyavasayam anukranta kante tvam atishobhanam. This is shobhanam. This is beauty. I am relieved of all the pain. There is nothing there for me. I am stress free. Rama says, Ati Shobhanam Mangalam Arabhasva Shubhroni Vanavasa Kshama Kriya. Now you do all what is needed. Go start packing all the paraphernalia. You Nedhanim Twadhrite Site Swargopi Mama. Without you, Twadhrite, with you, without you. See, Swarga is nothing. With you, Swarga is in the vana. Brahmanebhya cha ratnani bhikshukebhya cha bhojanam dehi cha asham samanebhya samtvarasya cha machiram. That is good. What is art of living? Samtvarasya machiram. What it is? Asham samanebhya. Those who are seeking things from you, if you have money, if you have knowledge, you have to distribute it. Valmiki himself says, like the Parjanya Devata. He says, Palinyona Voshadayaf Pasyantam. Palinyona Voshadayaf Pasyantam. Ashwamed Prakaraname ye mantraka. Palinyona Voshadayaf Pasyantam. The plants and trees are not expecting from you, but they give. They don't consume their own fruits, do they? So, but they Palinyona Voshadayaha Pasyantam. Like this Sasya, they always give you. Yogakshema na kalpatam. For the benefit of the Yogakshema of the world, these are doing. Likewise, Brahmanebhya cha ratnani bhikshuke. For those people who don't have food, bhikshukebhya sa bhojanam dehi cha asham samanebhya asham samane. That two people have to ask. You should not make them look small. That's very important. This is a great story. In the next sarga, we will talk about the Trijada. There was a Brahmana called Trijada, beautiful. There are two reasons why Rama got separated from Sita. One, Kuni. He played mischiefs with this Kuni. Okay, when he was Bhalya Parva mein Kuni ko, he went and Mane no ki madavalai marbil vaitai Madava kune sidaya undai vil niratil teritai Govinda. Tamil Bhakti poet says, You went and hit that mud thing on that kuni, so she remembered. She had a long memory, and then she hit you when you were down. That is one reason he got separated from Ma Sita for 10 months. Then he got separated from Ma Sita for a long time because of one activity he did with the Trijata Brahmin. When time comes, we will see that there's so many ways you have to interpret using Dharma Kuta, using Bhoshana Vyakhyana and all that thing. Brahmanebhya saratrani bhikshukebhya cha bhojanam dehi cha asham samanebhya. Why I digressed is asham samanebhya. So the Trijata Brahmin, Rama tested him. Parihas kriya, parihas ko dusra artha bhi hai. But then he says, I cannot give things to Brahman because I should not make him feel guilty that he came to beg, ask for alms. So beautiful Vyakhyana, Ramayan to itno samudhamiva ratnadyam sarvashruti manoharam brahmanebhya cha ratnani bhikshukebhya cha bhojanam dehi cha asham samanebhya samtvarasya. Don't waste time in giving. Because if you just even you are trying to give through the right hand, but left hand may indicate that don't give. That's what happened with Shukacharya and Mahabali Chakravarti, right? So we don't know. Idanna mama agnaye swaha. Veda is such a thing. So this Veda upabrahmanartaya. Itihas came to elaborate Veda. Veda mein agnaye swaha, agnaye idanna mama. So you offer ahuti to Agni. Indraya swaha, Indraya idam na mama. Immediately Veda proclaims, I have given to Agni. But by the time Agni takes that Grita, that Ajya, by the time Agni takes, it has fraction of a second left to make it Bhasma. But this man is crooked. He will think, why should I give it to Agni? Grab it back. So what Veda says, Agnaye Swaha, I have given this. Then it immediately Veda says, you should say, Agnaye idam na mama. It's not me, it's not me, it's not me. So we are perplexed. So that is what here says. Dehi cha asham shamanebhya samtvarasya. I elaborated for samtvara. Tvara. You just got to immediately give because it's what he says. Dasaratha says, Manushyanam mati to chittaha. It's perplexed. It's always wavering. So you can't keep your mind steady. That is the reason samtvarasya. That too not only tvarasya. Instantaneously give. Valmiki says, Machiram, don't make time, don't think, don't dwell. If you are trying to give immediately. Samtvarasya cha machiram bhushanani maharnani varavastrani yani cha bhushanani. Maharnani varavastrani. Beautiful. Don't give used cloth. Here they do garage sale. In India you don't go and get garage sale clothes. But that's also varavastrani. Valmiki says this. This is Ramayan. Padhe pade Ramayan to itna mridu. 5 years I studied Ramayan. But that time it was very forceful for me. I started studying Ramayan after my Upanayana at the age of 8. 1 hour daily I used to curse. But look how Padhe Pade. Bhushanani Maharnani Varavastrani Yani cha. Yani mane automobile. Like that. Bhushanani Maharnani Varavastrani. I elaborated for Varavastra. Vara mane pure, good. Give fresh clothes, not used clothes. Yanicha ramaniyascha ye kechiti krida artascha upaskaraha. Upaskara mane paraphernalia. All the things kridascha mane not play, enjoying things. So Rama and Sita, they lived for 12 years. They did Dampatyam for 12 years, so they would have accumulated so much. So give them all the things they have used to give. Shayani yani yanani mamacha anyani yanicha dehi swabhritya vargasya. That is good. So he did not discriminate people. That is very important. He previously you may think, he only gave it to Brahman. No. He says swabhritya vargasya. He also gave it to people who took care of him. Bhritya varga mane friends and all the things. Bhritya varga mane servants, but you should take it in a polite way. All the people who are in need, take it like that. Dehi swabhritya vargasya brahmana namanantaram. Valmiki says, don't think that they gave it to Brahman. Brahman mane, it is not only jati, it is Brahma Vidya. Who knows the knowledge is Brahman. It can be anybody. Okay. Dehi swabhritya vargasya brahmana namanantaram anukulam tu sa bhartuhu jnat. That is what Sahadharma Charita. She instantaneously understood the mind of her pati. Anukulam tu sa bhartuhu jnatva gamanamatmana. She followed. We have one lady, Hetal Parikh, who was very anukul. I just get my goosebumps when I know how she supported her husband. Anyway, dhanyaho. Anukulam tu, this is Ramayan living. Anukulam tu sa bhartuhu jnatva gamanamatmanah kshipram pramudita devi. Immediately she got spontaneous happiness, because that's what I want. I don't want all this. I want to give away. You know, Valmiki says, Rama made sure that he took liberty to tell, hey, people, come. You make sure my house and Lakshmana's house is always occupied. You do what you want. You take anything you want. I don't care. It should not be sunyam, asunyam bhava. This house should be always occupied in 14 years. Come, play, do, eat, anything you want. That is Dharmatma. Nadayil nindru uyar nayakan. Hero who walked what Dharma said to do. Anukulam tu sa bhartuhu jnatva gamanamatmanaha kshipram pramudita. She got very up. That's what I thought. I should give everything. I should not save. Okay, 12, 14 years. Put so many gods. Lock everything. No. Take everything. Kshipram pramudita devi dhatumeva upachakrame. Dhatumeva upachakrame pramudita. Want to give. Right. Tataha pragrishta paripurna manasa yashashvini bhartuhu avekshaba. She was expecting avekshabashitam. This is what she was expecting. My husband should not say lock everything. Give. So aveksha, she was expecting this. Immediately she acted. Tataha, afterwards, pragrishta paripurna manasa. She was overjoyed. Paripurna manasa. Pragrishta paripurna manasa. Yashasvini. She is Yashasvini because Yashas comes by giving, not being lobby. Provided you have. Rama, he says 1,000 grama. That mother of Rama, Kausalya, was alone having 1,000 grama on the banks of Ganga and Sarayu. How fertile it will be. Yashashvini, because she is Yashashvini, because she is giving. Yashashvini bhartuhu avekshabashitam dhanani ratnani cha dhatu mangana. Angana mane anganam angane madhavam chamangane tama kalpita. Leela Sukar says in Krishna Karma, the Angana, beautiful lady. Dhanani ratnani cha dhatu mangana prachakrame dharma bhritam manasvini dharma bhritam. For those who follow dharma, she just gave like anything. So she kept on giving. So they both were planned. So Sita convinced Rama. Rama got accepted that Sita wants to come with me. They are going beautifully. Then Lakshmana was always listening. He was a missing character so far. So Lakshmana Swami, Anuj Swami was waiting. He says, oh, look at them. These are the living gods for me. These two are my living gods. Gadam nibidya raghunandana. Evam sritvatu samvadam Lakshmanaha purvamagataha. He was patiently listening. Because this is a samvad between pati patni. So he should not interfere unless they give room for you to. Evam srutvatu samvadam. Samvadam. It is not just wasteful talk. Samvadam. Sushtuvadam. Lakshmanaha purvamagataha bashpaparya kulamukaha shokam shodum manashaknuvan. Oh God, what happened to my mata? What happened to my pita? Both pita sama. Jeshta brata pita samane. Bashpaparya kulamukaha shokam shodum nashaknum. He cannot see, he cannot bear in his mind that the suffering Mata and Rama had in convincing each other. Sabratus charanau gadam nibidya raghunandana. Beautiful charanagati. Sabratuhu charanau gadam. Held firmly, Ram, I will not leave you. Sabratuhu charanau gadam nibidya raghunandana Sitam uvacha. Atishayam anvayam you can do both for Sitam because it is Dvitiya Vibhakti. When it comes Dvitiya Vibhakti, wherever there is a Dvitiya Vibhakti, Sanya, Rama and Sita, both are in Dvitiya Vibhakti, Sitam, Ramam. So Atishayam, you can do Anvayam in both. Whether you can great Raghavam or great Sita. Sitam, Uvacha, Atishayam, Raghavam cha Mahavratam. He read the Mahavrata of Rama to listen to his wife and Sita to follow her bhatta. That is Atishayam Raghavam Sitam Sabratus Charanau Gadam Nibidya Raghunandana. This Charanagati, I said Ramayan is a Charanagati Grantha. So here Lakshmana does Charanagati. So Lakshmana does Sharanagati here in the presence of Sita Ma. Sitam Sannide. Bhushana Vyakyana says Sita Ma Sannide. In the presence of Sita. So even Rama refuses. Ma Sita will plead to Rama to take her son with her. So that is known as Sharanagati. Anapayini, Agalagille, Nirayumyan, Alar Mel, Mangai, Urai Marba, Nigaril Pugada, Ulagam Nudaya, Yenaya, Alvane, Nigaril Amarar Munikanangal Virumum Tirivengadatane, Pugal Undilla, Adien Un Adiki in Tamil, the literary translation, Agalagille Nirayum. Because if Rama was alone, without the presence of Sita, Lakshmana would not have gotten his wishes heard. That is Paratantyam. Here Paratantyam, lot of philosophy we should discuss. It is known as Sesha Icha Paratantyam. So whereas Bharata is much superior than Lakshmana, because he didn't enforce his wish. When Rama said, you stay in Nandigrama and then make sure the kingdom is ruled well, he listened. Whereas Lakshmana was Paratantyam, he was obedient to his brother. But Swartha, he wanted to go with Rama. Sarvam Karishyami. Jagradascha Swapatascha. You will see this all. I will do everything when you are sleeping, Rama, when you are awake. That is Swartha, Kainkarya. Seshi mane, wo Paramapita. Sesha Bhut mane, servants like that. So both of them, Ubhaya Preeti Seshi Sheva Paratantyam. It's a philosophical way. So, where it will be more shining, when the Seshi, when the master, Seshi mane master, Sesha Bhuta mane Das, when Das or Paramapita, don't think same. That would not have happened if Sita Ma was not there. That is known as Sharanagati. That is Sri Vaishnavam. There's a difference between Vaishnavam and Vaishnavism in the north and Sri Vaishnavam. Here, there is no Narayan without Mata. That is why even in Lord Balaji, Vakshasthalas me Anapayini, Agalagille Nirayum, beautiful Tamil mystic poet Namazhvar from my own town says, Agalagille Nirayum Yan Alar Mel Mangai Urai Marba, Alar Mel Manga, Urai Marba, Nigaril Pugada, Ulagamun Udaya, Yenaya Alvane, Nigaril Amarar Munikanangal Virumbum Tirivengadatane, Pugalonil Adi. You will get Sharanagati Palit only if you are going through Purushakara. Purushakara is through by Ma, Lakshmi. So that is what it is. So Sitam, how much it is? Sharanagati Grantha. You got to see like Shastra. Veda Upabrahmanarthaya. It's Samudram Iva Ratnadyam. It's like a treasure trove. Adyam. Ratnadyam Sarva Shruti Manogaram. But Valmiki made it in a sweet, mellifluous flow. Just 32 letters. That's all. Sitam Uvacha Atishayam Ragavam Cha Mahavratam Yati Ghantum Krita Buddhirvanam Mriga Gaja Yutam Yati Ghantum. You have made your bind. Aham Tvam Anugamishyami Vanam Agre Dhanurdaraha. Now that you both have decided, I have made Sharanagati, I have made this plea in the presence of my Mata, Sita, so I will follow. That is what Swartha Kainkarya. He didn't even listen to Rama. He made a find that I am going to come, he is going to come. You see, that is the difference. So, Aham Tvam Anugamishyami Vanam Agre. I will walk before you. Even though he puts Anugamishami, Valmiki immediately then people will think that Anugamishami means I will follow you. Then what is the purpose? The servant or here the Kainkaryapara should be able to protect the master. Then Valmiki was clever. Right? Adhikavyana. He said, okay, if I put Anugamishami, then people will think that Lakshmana is going to follow Rama. No, Rama is following Lakshmana. Lakshmana, then Masita. Then, so the Sita is protected well between two, what is Narayana Amsa. Both are Narayana Amsa, so Pirati. The Mata is protected. Aham Tvam Anugamishyami Vanam Agre Dhanurdara. I will carry this bow and sword and you will be following me. I will be walking before you. Maya Sametaha Aranyani Bahuni Vicharishyami. We will go wander all the forests. We will not be put static in one place. But they were static for nearly 13 years in Nasik, in Godavari Tatpe. They were static because it was such a ramyam. Although Chitrakutu and Mandagini Tatakme, it was so good, but then it was very close to the city, Ayodhya, so they didn't want to be disturbed. So that's why Agastya makes sure that they go and stay in Godavari Tat, Nasik me, Panchavati me, Maya Sametaha Aranyani Bahuni Vicharishyasi Pakshihi, Pakshibihi, Mrugayutaischa, Samgushtani Samantata. We will be happy. Samgushtani, the noise made by Pakshibihi, plural, Pakshibihi, Mrugaihi, all the deers, we will take them at our scenic place. Na devalokam akramanam, na amaratvam vrine, aiswaryam vapi lokanam, kamayena tvayavina. I don't want aiswaryam. I don't want Swargalokam. Even if somebody says you are eligible to go and conquer, Akraman, na Devaloka Akramanam, na Amaratvam Aham. I don't even want to be an Amara. I don't even want to be an Indra. Doesn't matter. Aiswaryam vapi lokanam kamaye na tvaya vina evam bubruvanaha saumitrihi vanavasaya nischita ramena bavuhi santvari nishiddaha punarabri. Rama still wants to make sure that why he does it is beautiful. He gives answer, okay, I don't know about Bharata, how he will treat Mata Kausalya and Sumitra. Hey Rama, hey Lakshmana, like he told his wife, so you have logic. Don't reject or accept. This Rama's way of living is like that. Rama does it even in Yuddhakanda. Yadiva Ramana Sakradeva Prapannaya Tavasmiti Achate Abhayam Sarvabhutebhyo Dadami Eta Vratam Mama. He says, I have made a point that, according to Veda, I have made a point that if somebody comes to refuge, I am not going to reject. But he didn't do it. First he listened to all the people. He listened to Jambava, he listened to Angada, he listened to Sugriva. All these people were against. But Hanuman knows what the mind of Rama. So Hanuman said, okay, it's all fine, but I know Vibhishana. Vibhishana is a Dharmatman. So you take him. Sakradeva Prapannaya Tavasmiti Yachate. Abhayam sarvabhutebhyo dadami eta vratam vana anayayenam harishreshta dhattam asya abhayam maya vibhishano va sugriva yadiva ravana swayam. Beautiful. Even if Ravana comes, who was Ravana? He has taken my patni for 10 months. Even if he comes and takes refuge in me, I will give refuge to him. Yadiva ravana swayam, ye sugriva, ye harishreshta. Why are you against me? Pavamana sududupattu padara vindamulaku ninama rupamulaku nitya jaya mangalam. Mangalam kosalendraya maganiya gunabdaye chakravarti tanujaya sarvabhaumaya mangalam samastasan mangalani santu shubham.